Hi, I'm your town supervisor, Ed Wareheim, also an alumni of Kings Park High School, graduating class of 1966. Along with your teachers, faculty, and mentors, we've put together a special message for the 2020 graduating class. Today, you begin to write the second chapter of your life's great story, but you do so outfitted with the experience and foresight that is often learned much later on. On behalf of the town of Smithtown, it is a privilege to congratulate each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoy the surprise that we have put together for you.
Hey, Smithtown seniors. This is Jody Pico. I am a best-selling novelist who, like you, once graduated from Smithtown. I went to Smithtown East, and I know this is probably not the way that you expected to spend your graduation, but I hope you recognize the achievement that you have made. I hope that you take time to celebrate yourselves and to think about going out into the world and making it a better place. I have every confidence that each of you will do just that. Happy graduation.
Well, hey there, graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2020. I'm Elliot Glazer, class of 2001 from Smithtown West. I'm a comedian and a TV writer, and I just wanted to offer a little bit of tactical advice. Basically, on my first day at NYU, I went to an orientation where a student said words that I never forgot, which was, don't use internships to figure out what you do want to do. Use internships to figure out what you don't want to do. And I personally went to school in New York City, so I was able to kind of channel my eagerness to try out different careers, basically, through internships. And I did so by trying PR, trying marketing, trying event planning. I checked off an entire list, figuring out what made me happiest. And it wasn't until I interned at the Conan O'Brien show that I realized, oh, I could make a living somehow writing jokes, and that's a thing. That's a thing. And so I can only, pass along to you the same advice, that internships help, but they help you figure out where your passion lies while also figuring out where it doesn't. And that helps. Sort of a process of elimination. And to that point, you guys are graduating in unprecedented times. I mean, this is unlike anything we've really ever seen before. And so as hard and confusing, as strange and challenging as things might be right now, know that adversity will shape you, and living through this wild period of time in our existence will only make you stronger people, and hopefully the best is yet to come for your generation.
Hey 2020 graduates, I'm Frank Catalanato, former Major League Baseball player and 1992 graduate of Smithtown High School East. Seems like it was just yesterday that I was in your shoes, excited and nervous to move on to the next chapter in my life. And I remember I had a vision of where I saw myself in 5 years, like you guys might. Believe me, you're going to be faced with adversity and obstacles along the way. But it's these obstacles that are going to shape and mold you into the person that you become. So don't let these tough and challenging times define you, but help strengthen you. I know that this is not how you envisioned finishing up your senior year, but remember that whatever it is that you aspire to do, you can accomplish through hard work and dedication. So congratulations and good luck to the 2020 graduating classes of Smithtown East and Smithtown West.
Unlike you, I did not graduate Smithtown High School, but I graduated high school. And the likelihood of me graduating high school was very small, since I grew up in and out of foster homes and homeless shelters. But I was able to do it because of the love of learning and the confidence that was instilled in me by fantastic educators at both St. James Elementary School and Branchbrook Elementary School. Then I went on to graduate college at a time that less than 1% of youth in foster care in the US graduated college. And then, of course, I topped it off with law school. Sometimes when people, after reading my book, will tell me that they don't believe that they would have been able to overcome the odds that I did. And my response to them is steadfast. You don't know what you can do until you're tested. And over the past few months, graduating seniors, you all have been tested. You have been tested on your resilience, on your discipline, on your focus, on your creativity, and on your work ethic. And I believe that we have learned many lessons over the past few months. But one lesson I am confident that you all learned is what's important in life. Family, friends, and contributing to humanity, which is something that you did just by staying home. But there is so much more work for us to do, and we're counting on you, the next generation, to do it better than us. By graduating Smithtown High School, you now have an opportunity to write your own story, to continue being tested, to overcoming extraordinary odds, and to positively impact the lives of so many. I look forward to seeing all that you're going to do. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jay Rodriguez and I graduated from Smithtown High School in 1997. It was a different time. The internet was pretty much new. The idea of having the internet in the palm of your hand in like an iPhone form was such a foreign concept. So in many ways, you're very lucky. Times were incredibly different. And if I were to say to you that I had an incredible high school experience, I'd be lying. Most times it sucked. And especially because during high school, I was coming to terms with who I was as a gay man. And that wasn't easy when I had slurs thrown at me before I even knew who I was. And while high school sometimes feels like it is the end-all be-all of what your life will be, it isn't. In fact, My passions that I got to develop in high school, performing on stage, led me to my first Broadway show right after graduation. It was a little show called Rent, and I played Angel, the heart and soul of the show, for about 5 years. After that, the next big milestone was being a part of the first all-out gay cast in network history with a little show on a little station. The show title, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Station, Bravo TV. Now mind you, this was before anyone had ever heard of what a Vanderpump was. It was a long ass time ago. Suddenly the word that had been used as a slur against me in high school was a part of me that people were celebrating globally. And by the time I was 25, I'd already won my first Emmy, been a New York Times bestseller, starred on and off Broadway in TV and in movies. All that to say, growing up I didn't see myself reflected in media. I certainly didn't see a way for myself to perform for a living. And because I didn't see a way, oftentimes I thought it would be impossible. But the truth is, we have the power to be the authors of our own stories. So to the class of 2020, I encourage you to be uniquely different, to think outside the box, to follow your passions regardless of how tricky or difficult or impossible at times it will feel. Know that you're not alone. Know that your vision is yours and uniquely special to who you are. That all the things in high school that you learned, whether it's your relationships or even some of the studies, will help you grow as a human in the future if you stay open to change, if you are unabashedly yourself and unapologetically you. Congratulations on making it this far. I can't wait to see where your lives take you. And I hope maybe one day when this pandemic all ends, I'll get to see your smiling faces and hear all the success stories about how this world and this moment has impacted you students and how you have come out stronger than ever before. Congratulations on your graduation. I wish I was there to witness it, but we're doing things safely, so I'm sending you all my best. Take care.
Hello, Smithtown class of 2020. I am Joelle Gargiulo, a reporter and producer with NBC, but most importantly, a very proud Smithtown graduate. So I am thrilled to be here with all of you virtually. Now, I'm not going to sit in this chair and attempt to give you guys advice, because the truth of the matter is I am in awe of you and your generation. To say that we are living in unprecedented times would be a monumental understatement, but you have all risen to the occasion in the absolute most spectacular way. So I cannot wait to see what you all go out there and do. If you did want some advice from me, what I would say is make noise. And then when you're done making noise, make some more noise. Have a little fun along the way too. And most importantly, be you. Be authentically you. Don't go out there and try to be the next this or the next that, because at the end of the day, nobody does you better than you. If you do that, I promise that you will be here on the other side giving a graduation speech to the class of, I don't know, 2030? What do you say? But for now, I will just say to the class of 2020, congratulations, and I cannot wait to see what you all do next.
Congratulations, 2020 Smithtown graduates. My name is Jim Messier. I graduated from Smithtown East in 1988. Yes, that makes me ancient, but I learned a lot of lessons during that time. During that year, my senior year, I realized that I had the potential to realize my dream of becoming a Major League Baseball player. And I went through a lot of adversity. I never thought it was really possible because I was born with a club foot. When I was 8 years old, I had to have my foot reconstructed. They fused my ankle. My calf was half the size of my left calf, and my right leg was an inch shorter. But through perseverance and resiliency, I was able to have a 10-year Major League career. I played for the 1996 World Series champ New York Yankees and also for the 2002 Oakland A's Moneyball team. And that was all possible because I learned a lot of lessons during my career that I used during my career, but I took with me after. And I'd like to share them with you. The first one, do not let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. They don't know you. They don't know your strengths and weaknesses. They don't know what's going on with you. Second, have a short memory. We worried about being perfect, but we are human. We're always going to fail. It's going to happen all the time during your life. Make sure when you fail, you try to find a solution and you forget it. Throw it in the back burner. And third, don't listen to that negative voice in your head. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. That voice that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, fast enough, strong enough, good looking enough, whatever it is for you. But that voice in your head, it's not true. And that voice is like an historian, right? It's telling you things in the past that you failed and the consequences of that failure. And the other one is, a soothsayer, somebody that's telling you what's going to happen in the future and what are going to be the consequences. But none of that's true, right? So you have to live in the present, and if you get rid of that negative voice, you will live up to your potential. So having said that, I hope that you all have great luck in the future. You've all been through a lot, and I know that's going to build a lot more strength and resiliency for you to move forward. So good luck, 2020 graduates.
Hey, Smithtown graduating seniors, John Gordon here. I graduated in the class of 1989 from Smithtown. Can't believe it's been that long. But I want to tell you this. This virus may have stolen your graduation. It may have stolen your senior year, but it cannot and will not steal your future. Because of what you've been through, you will be the generation that appreciates what you have, knowing it can be taken away from you in a moment. You will value your relationships, and you will make the most of your opportunities. You will work harder. You will stay positive. And as a result of that, you will create a brighter and better future. Adversity makes you stronger if you're willing to learn and grow from it. So don't allow the situation to make you bitter. Allow it to make you better. And decide right now that I'm going to be someone who impacts the world as a result of this. I'm going to make a difference with my life, with my family, with my team in the future. I'm going to make a difference in college. I'm going to make a difference in my work. And as a result of that, you'll realize that you have the power inside you to create the world outside you. Graduating from Smithtown, I didn't know what my future held, but I knew that I wanted to make a difference. Years later, I now have written over 20 books that have sold 4.5 million copies. I'm not special. I'm nothing special. I'm just someone who had a lot of grit, a lot of optimism, and a lot of belief. And I had Smithtown and Strong Island, Long Island in my heart. And I take that with me wherever I go. I wish you all the best. And I just want to say, God bless.
Hi there, I'm Debbie Giuliano Trezza, class of 1983, graduate of Smithtown High School East. I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner and have been caring for children and families for the past 30 years. I'm a professor in the School of Nursing at Stony Brook, and I'm a student working on my PhD. The World Health Organization designated 2020 as the year of the nurse and midwife, and that's before our world was faced with so much uncertainty. What I'd like to share with you in my experience caring for children with cancer is that there are many things we can be certain of, and that is the power of the support and love of our family, friends, and community. And the importance of setting goals. And sometimes they're small goals, and sometimes they're tremendous. The importance of having dreams and reaching for those dreams and persevering. I've certainly learned my lesson from these families about never giving up. I congratulate you, class of 2020. I wish you tremendous happiness and success in your future. Go get your dreams. Thank you.
Class of 2020, congratulations. My name is Joe Tartamella. I'm the head women's basketball coach at St. John's University and a proud graduate of Smithtown High School in the class of 1997. Coming out of high school, we all thought it was tough, making the transition to college, going out into the unknown. Never in a million years thinking of the situations that you were all dealing with as you're graduating. in the year 2020. The last few months have shown everyone, especially those from New York, how to be tough, how to be resilient, and how to persevere. I couldn't be more proud of not only being from New York, Long Island, and a graduate of Smithtown High School, but someone who's been able to work with, work alongside, stand with, listen to the younger generation as a coach. You're the most informed, most active generation that our country has seen. And I hope that you all use that in your ability to affect change in what we're seeing today. You all have that power. You all have the ability to stand tall, and we have the ability to listen to you. Let your voices be heard. Continue to strive to be the best version of yourself every single day in whatever you do. And I know you will be successful. So congratulations. I wish you the best, and have a wonderful, wonderful summer as you enter the next chapter of your lives. Congratulations, class of 2020. Be well. God bless.
Hello 2020 graduates. My name is Bobby Geffert, and I'm a former professional hockey player in Kings Park High School class of 2001. My advice for you would be to discover your passion. Pursue that passion to its fullest, and never let anybody tell you that you can't do something. This next chapter is an exciting one full of possibilities and opportunity, and you should approach it with excitement and enthusiasm. I wish you nothing but success, the best of luck, and much happiness.
Hello 2020 Smithtown graduates, this is John Petrucci. I'm the guitar player in Dream Theater, and I have a few words for you that hopefully you will find both inspiring and encouraging as you enter the next chapter in your life. So I graduated from Kings Park High School back in 1985, and while I was in high school, all I did was play guitar, practiced, wrote music, and one of my best friends back then was the bass player in Dream Theater, John Mayung. And John and I would just write music together constantly. We practiced 6 hours a day at least, no matter what. So eventually, when I was about your age and was graduating from high school, I decided I wanted to pursue music 100%, and I wanted to go to the Berklee College of Music in Boston because a couple of my guitar heroes went there, Steve Vai and Al Di Meola, just to name a couple. But I was having a hard time convincing my parents to send their son to a music college, and it was a music teacher in high school He wasn't even my music teacher. He was the band teacher, and I wasn't in band. I didn't play a band instrument, who convinced my parents that the right thing to do was to send me to Berklee College of Music. That was the path that I was meant to take. So I wanted to tell you to take the time to thank your teachers who may have given you incredible advice and helped you make decisions along the way that will, further your life and your career in ways that you may not even know. It's really important to thank them. So anyway, when we went to Berklee, we met our good friend and the original drummer in Dream Theater, Mike Portnoy, and we started playing music together. Now, Dream Theater is known these days for playing a style of music that's called progressive metal. But back then in 1985, that style didn't really exist. So what we were doing is we were taking our influences from heavy metal like Iron Maiden and Metallica and mixing it with our progressive influences from the UK like Yes and Pink Floyd and Genesis and of course Canada's Rush, and we just made up this kind of music. Now we were massively criticized for the kind of music we played, even after we got our first record deal, which really didn't do too much. Everybody said we didn't know how to write music, our songs were too long, there were too many guitar solos, our singer was singing too high, how come you're not singing about the normal rock and roll subjects and you're telling stories and blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, within 7 years of graduating high school, we had our first gold record, and unbeknownst to us, we had pioneered a brand new style of music. And now fast forward 35 years later, we have an incredible career, 15 million records sold, 2 Grammy nominations, multiple top 10 Billboard debuts, and an international touring career where we can play anywhere from Manhattan to Malta to Mexico to Malaysia. And we are so thankful for it. In fact, we set up the first of its kind, band scholarship with the Berklee College of Music this year to help students that may want to attend the college. And I think it's really important to give back when you received so much. So, what is the point of this story? It's not to brag about myself or Dream Theater, but it's to give you this advice. At this point, you're facing the world with all of its challenges, all of its difficulties, but also all of its opportunities. And this may sound really like a cliche, but the important thing is that you stay true to who you are, that you live and eat and breathe what you are passionate about, and believe in your ideas. And if people are telling you that what you're doing is strange or different or weird, then you know what? It's probably a good thing, because you're probably breaking the mold, and that is how you change the world. So to the 2020 graduating Smithtown seniors, I say congratulations, onwards and upwards, and go get them.
Hey, class of 2020. This is Jim Pavis, former NHL player with the New York Rangers, Detroit Red Wings, St. Louis Blues, and Kings Park, lifelong resident. I want to wish you congratulations on your year. The Chinese philosopher Confucius once said, "May you live in interesting times." Well, these are certainly interesting times. I'm sure it's not like you envisioned your graduation, but this is your year, like it or not. So I know you're going to make the best of it. You're going to go and make us all proud. You've made us proud up till now, and you'll make us proud in the future. Congratulations, and have a great year.
Hello, Smithtown class of 2020. My name is Sweeney Murdy. I work at WFAN Radio. I cover the New York Yankees, and I've done that, well, pretty much your whole lives since the beginning of this century. I can't tell you how proud I am of you guys for what you've been able to accomplish here. Not just graduating high school, but graduating now. You might not realize it right now, but what you've been able to get through these last few weeks is a perfect metaphor, really, for what you're going to face going forward. The end line might not always look like you want it to. It might not come out the way you want it to, but you got there, you finished. And that's the important thing. Life is going to be a lot like that. You're going to start challenges that might not end exactly the way you wanted them to, but you're going to get there. You're going to face them head on, and you're going to move forward. That's a great lesson for you. This isn't the best time, but it is a very important time, and I hope you understand how important your accomplishment is and how much we are proud of you, all of us, for sticking through this and moving forward. You are going to be the ones who take us into this next chapter of our lives, and we all look forward to it. Congratulations, Smithtown class of 2020.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam Ryan from ABC 7 New York and a Smithtown resident. First of all, you're here, your Smithtown High School graduation. Now I know this isn't how you had envisioned your high school graduation or even the last few months of your senior year. So much uncertainty, unsettled times, and you probably heard the word unprecedented more times than you could have imagined. We all have. But I'm thinking you also heard the words strength, strong, resilient, resiliency, because that's what you guys are. You guys have adapted to change, switching to virtual learning, learning online, handing in documents through Google Classroom. Also, some of you taking virtual college tours before making that final decision, something other students hadn't had to do in the past. But now you're here, you're resilient, and you have adapted to change. As you know, there are so many variables, so many circumstances beyond our control. In life, in general, you could have a schedule, you could plan out a day, a week, a month, a year, but things may change beyond your control, and you have to learn, we have to learn to adapt, to change. Your major may change, your career path may change, your friend group may change. It's something a lot of us go through, but we learn to adapt, and that will make you stronger. So carry that with you in the future, and I wish you all the success. Today, you are Smithtown High School graduates. You are the class of 2020, and you are Smithtown strong.
Hey guys, I wanted to start by showing you this. This is Solana Beach, California. It's actually overcast. It's usually supposed to be sunny, but that's kind of 2020 in a nutshell, right? My name is Josh Lewin. I live here in Solana Beach now. Was the Mets announcer for 7 years, which was my dream. And things can change, obviously, right? We got to make some adjustments here. 2020, the worst year in American history. There's no sugarcoating it. And I feel terrible for you guys. I really do. You know, you've worked so hard to achieve all your dreams and goals, and this is what you get as part of graduation. It's a stranger talking to you from 3,000 miles away, trying to help you rationalize all that's gotten goofy. But I do want to just tell you that, you know, and I'm sure you've heard it before, the whole thing about if you want to make God laugh, you tell him your plans, right? I plan to be in New York. I'm now out here in California, and it's actually better, at least for me. The ocean, the beach really soothes me. I'm a person that's always suffered from anxiety and occasionally depression. And being out here, I think, is where my soul is the happiest. And a bunch of curveballs were thrown at me, took me off the Mets, brought me out here. It was totally for the best, as it turned out. And I think that's why I want to advise you with 2020 here. You know, a lot of things didn't work out as planned for any of us. So it's where do we go from here and what do we do with it? Let's pick it up, get out there and make something wonderful happen. And all of our definitions of wonderful are going to be very different, but hopefully by now you've got a reasonable idea of what it is that really makes your heart sing, that really makes you happy. I'm just here to say go for it. Don't let 2020 deter you from those dreams. Go find it, find somebody who you connect with so that they can share that with you. And while you're alone, listen to your heart and go out and do what Smithtown has educated you to do. Congratulations on the graduation part of it. Here's to a much better 2021. Cheers.
Hey, Smithtown High School, I'm Julie Alexandria, and I'm a graduate of the Orange County High School of the Arts. And I just want to say congratulations on graduating this year, 2020, in the midst of all of this craziness. Now, I know there's a lot of unknown. We're in the middle of a pandemic, but this moment reminds me of 2008 when the economic downturn hit. The subprime mortgage crisis, nobody knew what was going to come next. Personally, I was an actor. I was doing Broadway shows, I was living my dream, doing what I felt I was made to do. And it was then that I learned that my show wasn't getting renewed. And I didn't know what I was gonna do because nobody was getting hired in the entertainment field. But the one thing that was recession-proof, it may not be pandemic-proof, but it was recession-proof, was sports. So I did the only thing I knew how. I was flexible and I pivoted. I became a sports reporter. Here we are almost a decade later, and you may know me from shows like Beer Money or being on the sidelines and reporting live from a college football game or a Major League Baseball game, or perhaps even just a photo of getting dumped with a sports drink on the sidelines interviewing a player. My entire career was made and defined by sports. Had it not been for the economic downturn when nobody knew what was coming and everyone was out of work, I never would have found sports. So I urge you in this time to remain flexible. You can pursue your dreams. You can have all those things that you set out to want and dream of. They may just look a little bit different than you may have previously thought. So congratulations to you. You are our future, and I support you in paving your own way, and know that you can do this if you remain flexible and you keep your dreams alive. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello, class of 2020, Adam Gertler here. I'm sure most of you don't know who I am, but I grew up where you did. I graduated from Comac High School in 1995. For the past 12 years or so, I've worked on television as a host on Food Network, FX, Destination America, a bunch of other places, and also as a cook. So I'm somebody who grew up in the same sort of privileged and comfortable, wonderful area where you did, and that afforded me the opportunity to pursue my dreams, as wild as they were. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing and pursue what you will, but pursue it. Don't be passive. Go after what you want, and you're young. Admit what you don't know, which is nothing. You literally know nothing. You have the inklings of ideas of things you might know, but know that you know nothing, and that's okay. Because if you knew everything now, where would you be in 10 years? You see what I'm saying? Everything that I've done to get me to where I am, which I feel pretty good about, has been a series of failures in the right direction. I wanted to be an actor, which I failed at, which led me to going into food and opening a restaurant, which failed, which led to opening, or getting onto Food Network rather, and working as a host, which brought me back out to California and then getting another host job and working for Doghouse Restaurants. Now we have over 35 restaurants open. I'm still working on television. The point is, life can be really good, even if you fail, but you have to be aggressive. You have to go after what you want, because no one's going to give it to you. And don't worry if nothing is defined yet. Job titles aren't everything. You figure out your own path. I'm very proud of you, and congratulations on your bright future.
Hello, class of 2020. It is an honor to be able to share a few words with a group so commendable. My experience as a former student within the COMAC community encouraged me to develop a dream and go on to achieve it. I owe it to the COMAC Music Department for fostering a love for music and the performing arts. As some of you may or may not know, my first insight of what it takes to be a real music artist was as a 10th grader at COMAC High School, when I was announced Best Female Vocalist for the Tri-State televised MSU Varsity Talent Show. So what do you do with a dream built when you were small? Well, let me tell you, the best news is that those dreams only get bigger, and you only get more opportunity to accomplish them, as long as you never give up. I have gone on to release original music and sing at various venues, including my favorite, Madison Square Garden. More importantly, I was able to start my own volunteer organization with other COMAC alumni and perform for children battling terminal illness. This organization is almost 7 years and 1,000 smiles strong.
The passion I have for volunteerism was planted by my involvement in the Interact Club at COMAC High School.
My college major of special education, inspired by my involvement in Best Buddies at COMAC Middle School. So much of who I am and what I've done has been a product of the education and care I received from the same place you all are graduating from today. Now it's time for you to take all of those talents, passions, memories, and turn them into something that contributes to a better tomorrow. Whatever your dreams may be, I know you were destined to meet them the day you were born. You carried those dreams throughout your primary, middle, and high school careers. Now is your time to continue those dreams and make them a reality, all on your own. You all already made history as the class of 2020, so you're not off to a bad start. Congratulations, and may those wings of yours soar to new heights.
Hey, COMAC class of 2020, Cougars, congratulations. John Field from the Feel Good Foundation, class of 1984. Yes, I'm that old. And listen, I say congratulations, but the word congratulations right now is small, insignificant, minute. It has no bearing. And while I congratulate you for graduating high school, we're in the midst of a pandemic. We're seeing protests everywhere for equality and social justice. You know, a lot of people say, I wish 2020 was over. What else is in store for me? 2020 sucks. Oh my God, I didn't get to go to the prom. Oh, I didn't get a graduating ceremony or a party. I get it. I feel bad for you. But embrace it. Embrace it, because it made you better people. It made you stronger people. It made you smarter people. And it made you grow up faster than you had to. When you fill out your job application, your future employees will see you are the class of 2020, and that you've been hardened, and you have been given a chance to lead and to force change that's needed in this great nation. You, the class of 20, will lead the way into the future. I'm guaranteeing that. I'm positive of that. And I am sure many of you from the class of 2020, COMAC High School, will show this country what is needed. I am so proud to be a COMACian. I am so proud that I went to COMAC High School. I am proud of you all for enduring 2020. But we got 6 months left. Let's not kid ourselves. You are now prepared to face the worst and be prepared for the best. Go out there, be the change, be the leaders that you're supposed to be, and I wish you all the best of luck. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Keith Schroeder, and I graduated from Smithtown High School East in May or June of 1991. We were always around so many different cultures, so many different flavors, and it seemed with every moment there was something delicious to eat, from a great farm stand or out on the North Fork of Long Island, or driving in and around New York City and seeing all the immigrant-owned businesses. And somehow, some way, I don't know that I knew when I went off to college, but in my heart, I knew I was going to pursue a career in food. So I became a chef, and then ultimately in 2010 started a business called High Road Craft Ice Cream. And we started this business with just a handful of thousands of dollars, and slowly, brick by brick, over 4 years and 5 years and 6 years, attracted millions of dollars worth of investment. And today we're a multi-million-dollar company at a very sizable facility with almost 100 employees. Don't avoid the tough times. Don't put your head down and just muscle through it. Reflect on what you're learning through adversity. Each obstacle is there for you to relish, actually, to feel the slow burn of the struggle of trying to get wherever there is for you. And the most valuable thing that you can give philanthropically is actually not the money out of your pocket, but the time, the attention, the energy, the ideas that you can share within your community. You're more powerful than you realize that you are today. And so start your lives by being powerful. In closing, congratulations to the graduates of Smithtown High School, class of 2020. I could not be prouder to be a part of the Smithtown High School community, and wish you the best of success in your lives. And if I can ever be of service, please reach out.
Hello, my name is Dr. Deborah Calabza Balsamo, and I am a graduate of Smithtown High School East, class of 1981. I now teach at Smithtown High School East as a music educator. I knew that I wanted to be a music educator and a flute performer. As a professional musician back in high school, we had some really great music educators at Smithtown High School East that were motivating and exciting and made it relevant. Music was relevant. And so it pushed me in a career of music education and music performance. I was so determined to follow my dreams and my goals of becoming a professional musician and to one day conduct the symphonic band at Smithtown High School East. I wanted to teach in Smithtown, so I wanted to give back to the school district that gave me so much and gave me a dream and gave me a life. So I was so determined to teach in Smithtown again for that reason, and to give back to the students what I had gotten from Smithtown. While pursuing these dreams and goals, there was a lot of obstacles along the way, challenges. Sometimes I didn't think I was going to make it through. But I learned a lot about myself. I learned to never give up. I learned to always work hard and to trust myself that I was going to work hard. And to trust my abilities. That was another one. And not to be afraid of pursuing my goals. Always trying to reach my goals no matter what. And to let no one tell me I couldn't reach them. And that I could make it. So a lot came from inside. Every day I'm so grateful for the blessings that I've gotten from doing what I'm doing. And the students I've come in contact with. I'm so grateful for that. I know the challenges have made me stronger than ever before, and I'm grateful for those challenges. I wouldn't be the woman I am today if it wasn't for them. So my advice to the graduating class of 2020 for Smithtown High School East and Smithtown High School West is never give up on your dreams. Always stay focused on your goals. Never stop learning. Hard times make you stronger, so don't be afraid of them. Always help others that are less fortunate than you are. Be yourself. Don't let anyone tell you who you need to be. Be who you are and be proud of who you are. And enjoy the ride as you're going. When you're going on your journey. It sure is a great adventure. and you will reach your goals as long as you stay focused. So congratulations to the class of 2020. I wish you all the success and happiness that life has to bring, and stay Smithtown strong. Good luck to everyone.